Hey everybody, Whip, Rabid Schizophrenic. Hey, I'm at the house again today. Went shopping, got all the paint. Got 5 gallons of called cork and 1 gallon of the white for the trim, baseboard trim. Got the toilet repair kit, paint rollers and brushes and everything else that goes along with it. The only thing I did not do, I didn't get mini blinds because my car is full. And I didn't get many blinds, and I didn't pick out the carpet because I want my mom to be there too, because she likes to pick out the carpet. But so now I'm back at the house. I got a plumber's putty, so I can put the faucets on now. So I'm gonna get the toilet working, put the faucets on, and we'll see where we're at. Now, for my series on mental health, I asked y'all about some questions and answers. If you would give me some questions or comments in the comment section about what you'd like me to talk about with mental illness. But since you did not, as of yet, I'll talk about schizophrenia, because that's what I have, that's what I know. My diagnosis was in 2001 as paranoid schizophrenic. I've also been diagnosed with neurosarcoidosis and pulmonary sarcoidosis and COPD. Those were all diagnosed in the last 10 years. So I do have some health problems, and I work around and work with it, take the medicine right. And anyway, we'll go back to mental health. Yeah, sarcoidosis is mental because it's in my head. And sarcoidosis is, it's hard to explain. It's like little tumors that grow inside your head and lungs. And I used to have them in my eyes, they cleared up out of my eyes. But anyway, schizophrenia. I was diagnosed in 2001 with paranoid schizophrenia. And my life turned upside down. That's because I was so used to living the way I lived pre-2001 that I was happy. I lived with what I had. And it didn't seem to start peaking, my symptoms, until I was in my 20s. And I guess 30s. This was my 30s. 2001. Yeah, I'm not going to count on camera, but you know, it's been a long time. But I had a mental breakdown. My wife called the hospital. They called 911. They came out. It was a big fiasco. My dad and mom were there. They put me in a psychiatric hospital called the Linder Center of Hope out in Kings Mills, Ohio. And I stayed there for almost a month. And I met a wonderful psychiatrist. And what's her name? Dr. Johnson. She did wonders in helping me. And I saw her from 2001 up to, 2017. And the only reason I had to stop seeing her was money. Each visit was costing me $75. And I couldn't, and it's a long drive, and I really couldn't afford that, and I didn't have a car for the longest time. So now I'm with a good organization called Greater Cincinnati Behavioral Health. And they work with people with mental illnesses with all healthcare. So all my doctors are in one place. Problem with this though, they have branches. And the branches are Claremont County and Hamilton County. I'm sure they have more too, but I lived in Claremont County up until I moved down here to the Commons compound. So I went to the Claremont County Greater Cincinnati Behavioral Health. Had all my doctors there, but my oncologist. Now, since I moved down here to the Thomas compound, it's in Hamilton County, I got to change all new doctors. Sucks. Because every new doctor I've ever went to, and they change your meds, take you off your meds, and they change them, and you end up in the hospital. That's my personal experience. So I just hope and pray that don't happen to me again, because with the regimen I'm on, working pretty good. Haven't had a seizure. Last November. Over a year. Doing good. Or is that this year? It was last November. It's been a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a year. So, the meds they took me off of were benzos, and that's what apparently were, triggering the seizures. I don't know. But I've not even been in a hospital since November, and that's a record for me. Usually I'm in the mental hospital at least 3 to 4 times a year, at least. Because what will happen is I'll get used to taking my medication, and I will stop taking it because I think I'm doing better. And the voices tell me to stop, and all kinds of things it tells me to stop. But anyway, I have a breakdown and puts me in the hospital. Happens. It happens. If I can't control it, it happens. I've had at the Linda Center of Hope, I've been there so many stinking times that they know me by name. It's terrible. I also send them all Christmas cards every year too, though, and I send a happy spring and a happy Turkey Day and a Merry Christmas, and we used to send them. Well, my wife that was married, we used to give Tastefully Simple gift baskets out to them. So that's probably why they know me by my name still. But last time I was in November, and I was in Christ, I believe. Good Sam Hospital. Their mental facility, behavior facility. But I was only there for like 3 days, if that. And I was in Mercy Anderson for like 3 days. Anderson or I Hope for about 2 weeks. Oh, it's been a lot. Well, schizophrenia. The main thing I suffer with schizophrenia is 3 things. Paranoid, hence I'm paranoid schizophrenic. Hallucinations, audio and visual. Those are the issues I have with my main issues I have with schizophrenia. The hallucinations are off the freaking wall. You would think it's an acid trip if you've never been in my shoes. But, and what you see and what you hear, it's like a bad acid trip. But it's constant. And it tells you to do things. It tells me to do things that are not right, which should not be done and ever done, period. So, with medication, along with a little therapy, and keep myself busy, I ward off. It's always there. They're always there, even medicated. I always hear whispers, and I always see shadows hanging around. But when I miss a dose of medicine, or I'm off my medicine, I see wicked things, let me tell you. It's crazy. Crazy what the mind can make up. It really is. I hear things, see things. I can even touch things that to a normal person aren't really there. And I can feel it. But schizophrenia, the hallucinations and the... Hey y'all, sorry about that. Got a phone call. It's scam. Takes a toll on you. Shit, and that's my video up though. So now I'm irritated. But anyway, schizophrenia, and there's lots of mental illnesses. There's, from post-traumatic stress to manic bipolar, depression type bipolar 1, bipolar 2, schizoaffective disorder, schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder. But with schizophrenia, it's tricky to tell people about it. I'm just giving you a teaser today. We're going to go over this in detail in the next coming days or week. So please leave me your comments, your questions in the comment area. If it's personal, you don't want to share it with the whole crowd, it might be anonymous, private message me. Or if you private message me on Facebook, and the link will be in the description. Or if you know me, call me. Any time of day or night, I'm happy to help. I've worked the suicide hotline for 8 years. I've sat on the board of NAMI as vice president, National Alliance for Mental Illness, for 4 years. I teach peer-to-peer classes, and I'm a moderator of connection therapy groups. So I've heard a lot. I can't say I heard it all. I've heard a lot. And from my own experiences, mental illnesses, the stigma sucks. It really does. People, as soon as they hear you have a mental illness, shoot, they run. They run for the hills. Especially if you tell them you're paranoid schizophrenic. I don't know. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I get transferred to Hamilton County Grierson Behavioral Health on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. It's gonna suck, y'all. So I gotta get a new case manager, new doctors, new everything. Which I'm glad I'm a part of this group, this organization. But my diagnosis, I'm paranoid, just schizophrenic. Paranoia is high. And how am I supposed to trust a new doctor I haven't never talked to before? It's going to be difficult. I made my voice heard throughout both offices that I did not want to transfer, because it'll actually take me less time to get to the Amelia office than it would the Madison Road office, I think. But even if it's further, I still drive that far. I still get rides or drive that far, because I have to change doctors, and I like my doctors. They're very good to me. They're very good doctors. They know what they're talking about. And the pharmacy is part of the group, and they're inside the building. The pharmacists, they all know me by name too. And it's just crazy. I don't want to do it at all, but it's something I have to do, I guess. Well, YouTube people, I hate to cut the video short, but I gotta get some work done. Y'all have a great day. If you can't have fun, it's your own damn fault. Bye-bye.